We got him situated. It's the all-new SportsCage and the home of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Ajou Ajou made his way over. Cold out there for you?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, thanks for making some time. All right, let's start. Darren and I were talking about it here. So you're a Brooks, Alberta, born. Harry Ainley, heck of a basketball program. They used to come up and play at my Brit in Saskatoon, big basketball tournament. Yeah, and then Lit. And then you make your way down south. Like, how do you make your way to the States from Edmonton?
Okay, so basically, there's this one dude, Justin Dillon is his name, and he's been trying to get me to the States since like the 8th grade. You know what I mean? He's like, you got potential. You got to go down there. I'm like, bro, I'm in the 8th grade. I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying right here.
I'm watching cartoons.
Exactly. Like, what are you talking about? But basically, 11th grade, we were in Victoria, actually. We were at a basketball tournament. And I don't know. I was just like, man, I just want to play football now. You know what I mean? I wanted to focus on one thing and put my all into one thing and see how far I could go, for real. So literally after the tournament, got back to Edmonton, called him. I was like, hey, I want to go to the States now. And he's like, okay, wait, just chill, just slow down. Let me see what I can do for you. Keep in mind, the aunt that I'm living with, my mom's sister, is moving to Rwanda in a week. In a week.
So moving from Edmonton to Rwanda.
You know what I mean? So I'm like,
you're in limbo anyway.
I had to go. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And basically, he was like, we can go to IMG. They want you to finish out the semester. You can go to Oaks Christian in California. They want you to finish out the semester. Or you can go to Morrow. Sign these papers right here, and you can go to a little school in Clearwater, Florida. I was like, give me those papers. Let me sign them right now. And
So it's like basketball coach, just like, blast, but I'm out.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
What was the biggest adjustment for you when you went down?
Culture shock, basically. The way they talked, the way Florida is just its own country from America, I would say. But just learning how to play, like press coverage, for instance. Like up here, they never pressed. We got a full, you want to press, all right, be at the line, I'm going to run you over and then go run my route. But, standing at a standstill and he's right in front of you, maneuvering how to get around that, like, that was super big.
What were they, obviously the teammates and all that, it's like, you're from where? Right? Like, that would have been like, okay, what's going on here?
I mean, it was kind of crazy because, like, most of my team was from Canada. Like, I went to an international school, right? So we had guys from Italy. Haba went to the school, you know what I mean? So like it was guys from all over the country, but mostly Canadian. When I played 7-on-7, that's when guys were like, yo, there's no way this guy's from Canada. Like, yo, he's a diamond in the rough. Who is he? You know what I mean? A freak. He's a freak athlete. Like, how'd you do that? But yeah.
Nice. So you're down there. So you go down around Christmas time then, I'm guessing? Like sort of end of the calendar year?
No, I went
What time of the year was this?
February.
Oh, February
19th. That's when I left.
And so you practice and everything. The school year ends. Then where do you go? Like, did you end up staying in Florida, or did you move back to Canada at that point?
So I did my 12th grade football season in Florida. And then December 14th, I moved back up to Brooks, and I went to Brooks Composite High School. And I literally just got to graduate with all my peers that I grew up with and stuff like that. And, I was doing online school because it was COVID at the time, right?
Right.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Favorite part of Brooks, obviously the smell?
No. No.
Hey, but they got a good hockey team, right? Brooks Bandits. Like, you go to some games there?
Oh, yeah. Cale McCarr, shout out Cale McCarr. You already know what it is, baby.
Yeah. And then how does Clemson come about?
So my recruitment process was super fast because I told you guys I moved down there February 19th. I got 2 offers the day I moved down there. The day I landed in Florida, FAU and Indiana offered me. They offered me up a basketball video. I just dunked it through legs. I did an East Bay. Coach sent it in. Boom, 2 offers. After that, it was literally like an offer a day, 3 offers a day, 4 offers a day, 5 offers a day. I'm like
they haven't seen you run yet?
Haven't played American football yet at all, And
wow.
So my recruitment is just going. And I'm waiting for my dream school, Alabama.
Yeah, roll tide.
Roll tide, baby. Alabama offers me. I'm like, ooh, I'm crying in the shower. I'm ecstatic. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, there's no way this is happening. I haven't even played football yet. Like, I haven't even played the season. The season hasn't even started yet.
Wow.
So they offer me. I'm like, oh yeah, let's get on it right now. I'm like, hey coach, when can I come in an official visit? Like, I want to. This is my school. I want to commit right now. They left me on red. So I'm like, ooh, what do I do now? I'm waiting for Clemson. As soon as I get Clemson, I'm going and I'm gonna make sure we get to the NCAA championship. We're gonna play Alabama, and I'm gonna give you everything I got. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Clemson comes literally like a week later. I'm like, there's no way. Like, God is just answering all my prayers right now.
Yeah.
And as soon as Clemson came, Dabo came to the school, and he was like, I'm not gonna offer you right now. Like, come to the what's it called? Little all-in camp. That's what he called it. The all-in camp. Show me what you're working with. Woo, you know what I mean? It was actually Jeff Scott. Jeff Scott came to the school, and he said that. He's like, come see the head man. Head man want to see you in person. I was like, okay. So coach drives us 9 hours, 10 hours all the way up to Clemson, South Carolina.
They didn't fly you?
No. We drive all the way up there, and I go through the camp, and yeah, Dabo's like, he's like, Joe? I'm like, yeah. Like, Dabo? I'm like, yeah, like Dabo. And he was like, you got to offer to Clemson University.
What's the origin of your name?
It's
because my wife's in the education system.
Yeah.
And there's always new students coming and they come into Canada.
Yeah.
And they don't when they're filling out the names, they put the two names. And she's explaining that to me. But
definitely not that. No, I'm a Joe with Bull at Joe. Yeah, my parents meant to do that. Yeah.
Did they?
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely
awesome.
meant to do it. They weren't tired or like bored or anything. Don't trust me. But they meant to do that. I'm named after my grandpa.
Nice.
Named after my grandpa. They call me Ajou at home. So yeah, you feel me? I walk with a little swagger. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And then you transfer to UCF,
South Florida.
USF.
USF.
Yeah. So I transferred to South Florida, and unfortunately, I had a hernia at the time.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I got there, I told Jeff Scott what it was, and he was like, "Don't even worry, we gonna get you righteous." Got there, he diagnosed it, MRI, ultrasound, all that, and basically they asked me, they're like, "What do you want to do? Surgery or you want to rehab it?" I'm like, "You guys are the experts here. What should I do? You know what I mean? You tell me what to do, because I don't know. I never been in this situation before." And basically they thought the best route was to just rehab it, and before the season I'll be A1. So I'm rehabbing. I'm in the training room 4 times a day. 4 times a day, I tell you now. And third game of the season, we playing the Gators. We in the swamp. Ooh, man. I run a corner. Like, it's warm up. I run a corner out. I just give a little
Yeah.
Catch the ball, tuck. You got to look to the tuck, right?
Yeah.
I look up, boom, trip a little bit on some grass. Just on some grass. Do a somersault, and I rupture my whole rectus abdominis, my adductor longus, like the whole ordeal. So, yeah, and season-ending injury right there. I played in 1 game. I played in BYU, caught 2 passes. Next game we were playing Howard, sat out. Playing the swamp, and I get hurt. Season ending. And now it's like new coaching staff comes in. They don't know me for real. So I'm still recovering, and I'm not performing to the ability that they want me to perform at. I'm not performing to the ability that I know I can perform at. And they just exit meeting games and just decided to part ways. Yeah.
What obviously being from Alberta and from Edmonton and all that, you knew about the CFL. The Riders draft you. What's your immediate memories when you heard that and you knew green and white?
I started crying right away, especially because I knew who was drafting me, like Coach Mace.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah. I was like, oh, wait, y'all boys, y'all don't know what you just did. Like, especially letting me go all the way to the 7th.
Yeah.
And then choosing me. All right. That fire was already lit.
How big's that chip on your shoulder now, right?
Yeah, it's pretty big. Not as big as a Dorito chip, but it's, it's big, though. It's big, trust. And it fuels me still. Like, I be working out right now and, waking up 6 a.m. I cook me some breakfast. I go to the gym and I'm like, 7th round? y'all crazy. Y'all crazy, you know? So
that's awesome. So are you sticking around then for the off season?
Oh, I'm a Regina resident. I'm a Regina resident until you trade me. Don't trade me.
Oh yeah, they're not doing
don't trade me now.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, we'll talk to Jo.
Oh, thank you.
He calls in every once in a while.
How many guys are sticking around?
To be honest, I have no idea. There's a couple guys here, but this off season, I'm just trying to focus on me, man. I'm trying to get righteous. I'm trying to make sure that when I come back next year, you guys are like, whoa, like this is not the same Ajou that we saw, and the other Ajou we saw was crazy. So to see him is even crazy. Like I got to make sure.
I remember early in the year, I can't remember who we were talking to, and they were just saying, how quickly you picked up and how solid of a blocker you were becoming and all that. Let's talk about that process and learning that side of the game and becoming that blocker, because that's such an important part.
Yeah. I mean, blocking there's not much to it. You know what I mean? Like Coach Sweeney used to say this all the time. Blocking is 90% want to and 10% technique. You just got to want to go out there and smash your face through somebody else's. You know what I mean? And you got to want to block for your brother. So that's all it is. Like, and especially dropping to the 7th round, like I already got so much to prove. Like, and that was the first conversation Coach Mace told me. He's like, you got to block. You got to show us. You got to show us that you want to be here. Show us that you want to be here. Do the little things. And those are the little things. And people take that for granted. But I feel like me showcasing that I can block and do this and go hit a D end, like, man.
That's awesome. You see it. Like, we can see it from the stands, your passion that you brought. Crazy to me that in 1 year you started selling jerseys like crazy. Like, they're pre-printing your name, man. You go into that store, your name's pre-printing on those jerseys. I got a buddy whose kid that's the only one I'm getting. Get me the 8-0. So kudos to that. But have you felt the love from the fans and being here in the city?
Every single day, it's insane. And it's crazy that you say that, because I just went to the Rider store yesterday and I'm like, do they still got my jersey up? And I'm like, whoa, they got it in this one now? I'm like, it's just a dream come true. And it's so surreal to me. It's so surreal. And I don't care people be saying, oh, it's just to see if yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. I got my jersey in the store. What are you talking about, man? Like, I used to dream of this. Stuff. And
is there a player that you come in as a rookie this year that maybe helped you a lot just to transition into the CFL?
I couldn't pinpoint one person. Honestly, I just couldn't, because like the whole team. It was the whole team. Like the brotherhood that Coach Mace established from the get-go. You know what I mean? He laid the foundation. He was like, yo, this is what it is. And if you don't like it, get lost. Like, and everybody was just like, yep, let's go. Like from Sam to Kean Schaefer Baker to Trev to you know what I mean? Like even some guys who aren't even here anymore, like it's just insane. It's insane. Keyshawn Johnson, him, he's been through so much and he's been where I want to be, you know what I mean? And like the advice he gives me is just like, it's just like I listen and it works. So I'm like, I just gotta listen. Just listen, you know what I mean? So yeah.
So where, obviously your season's cut short this year due to an injury. Where are you at right now? You look good to me. Yeah. How are you feeling? What are the doctors saying?
Hey man, I'm in great spirits right now and I'm gonna be back and better than ever. Better than ever. You already know. I'm steady working. So yeah, 2025, baby. 2025. Let's do it.
What did you think of the Grey Cup game?
Jeez. But first of all, let's get started with why were there more Rider fans than Argos and the other team?
Well, you know why? Because
yeah. When they say best fans in the nation, fans in the nation. As for the game, though, we were supposed to be there.
Oh yeah.
The atmosphere, like I'm watching, I'm like, oh my gosh, it just, like I wanted to suit up right then and there. It was awesome. CFL, the way they presented the game, the way they like the events leading up to the game, Riderville. Ooh.
Yeah, that was your first experience, right? Riderville's been in this whole place has been Riderville when it's
really?
Here. This whole thing we're in right now.
Wow.
Stage over there.
Wow.
Band.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah. So
man.
it's legit.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you is, as a receiver, DA and I, played some flag back in the day and all that. I want to know for a receiver, what's your favorite pattern to run?
Go ball, throw it up.
Not Dominguez said that. Everyone says that. Just throw it up.
Throw it up. Up top, soda popping. I'm gonna go get it. Yeah.
Nice.
Who's the receiver that you tried to emulate your game after? Any NFL? Who is it?
Calvin Johnson, Julio Jones, and Mohamed Sanu. I can't lie. Them three right there. Like Calvin Johnson, just because he's just a brute force, just unstoppable. You know what I mean? Just like you feel his presence when he's on that field. If you ever watch a Football Life, go watch the Football Life on him. Julio Jones, the way he can catch the ball, have 6 guys around him, stop on a dime, make everybody miss, run somebody over right after, and then go hit a touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, the way he gets in and out of his breaks, he's the same height as me, but he'll drop to 5'5" real quick and get out like he's Amon-Ra St. Brown or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just those 3 guys. I try to emulate my game around them for sure. But I'm still Ajou Ajou, and I'm gonna add my own spice.
That's
to
right.
It,
so. Who's your team? Who's your NFL team?
I don't got one.
Wow, really?
I got 3 good players though. That's all. I'm gonna give you that. I ain't got no team though.
Right on, man. This has been a lot of fun. You know what? We're lucky to have you. I think Rider Nation's lucky to have you.
I appreciate that.
Future's really bright.
I appreciate that.
Ever since up in Saskatoon and I was watching you at camp, and I'm like, that's my new favorite player right there. That young guy, Brooks, Harry Ainley. I'm like, look at this. Look at this path here. Like, this is crazy, man. Thanks for coming by in the cold, and keep that chip on your shoulder. Can't wait for next year.
I appreciate that. Thanks for having us.
Ajou Ajou from the Riders. It's the all-new SportsCage. We are live at Agribition, and we're streaming at sportscage.com.
Yes, sir.